Carlos. First in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim, he is weighing in at 117.5 pounds. This young man hails from Panama City, Panama. He is the #1 contender. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Miguel Iriate. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with the black trim, he is weighing in at 117.75 pounds. This gentleman hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is the World Boxing Association Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jeff Chandler.
The WBA Bantamweight Champion, Jeff Chandler. And this, the 6th defense of his title. He won the championship back in November of 1980 by knocking out previously unbeaten Julian Solis of Puerto Rico. In round 14, you see Iriate with the 1-inch height advantage. Chandler had all kinds of problems making the weight. In fact, he had to go to the scale 3 times at the weigh-in before he got down to 117 3/4, 1/4 pound under the limit. Freddie, a couple of visits to the sauna helping matters.
Well, I think they finally took Becky off his back and he made the weight.
Becky O'Neill in the corner of Jeff Chandler. Iriate, 26 years old, out of Panama. This is the first time he has fought outside of Panama. He is ranked #1 by the WBA. Jeff Chandler finds that curious because the WBA is based in Panama, and Iriate's ranking has raised many a question.
Yeah, that's one of the crucial points that they've been bringing up lately, is that they find these unknown fighters, rank them #1, force American champions or world champions to fight them. Then they can't find anybody to carry it on that network television. Can't find the people to come see the fight. It becomes an economic problem. Right off the bat, though, Iriate has taken the fight to Chandler, who has chosen right now to be dancing. He's got these big tassels on his shoes. I guess he wants to show off his finery before he gets down to fighting.
Iriate said to be straight ahead style, very rarely will take a backward step, and said to have a tough chin.
Well, he must have a tough punch. He's 14-1-1 with 11 KOs. That's a pretty respectable average. Although, again and again, we're beginning to see these guys with very few fights fighting for the title.
Chandler in the white took the right hand from Iriate. The referee, Joe Cortez, who is not involved in the scoring, and the scoring for this WBA championship bout on the 10-point must, handled by 3 judges: Richard Murray of New York, Roberto Ramirez of Puerto Rico, and Luis Sobaran of Venezuela. Midway point of this feeling out opening round here in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Now, so far this first round, Iriate has shown no respect whatsoever for Jeff Chandler. He's taken it to him much the way that the unknown and unheralded Azuma Nelson took it to the late Salvador Sanchez. 3 or 4 months ago, he came in. Everybody in New York laughed at the fight. It turned out to be a barn burner, maybe one of the great fights of the year.
And as you see, less than a minute left in this first round. Left hand by Iriate getting in.
Oh, impressive work underneath by Iriate. He is certainly serious. And below the punches by Iriate have not been called, by good right hand by Iriate, have not been called by the referee Joe Cortez, who is mainly staying out of the way, as good refs should.
Left hand by Iriate grazing Chandler. Looks very relaxed. Not taking Iriate seriously.
That was the fault that Aaron Pryor had in July when we did the Comita fight. He came out laughing and he was on the canvas before he knew it.
So that will do it for this opening round for the WBA Bantamweight title. And this is round 2.
opening round for Miguel Iriate, without a doubt. He was aggressive. He landed the hard punches, and Chandler's mind must have been someplace else because he was just content to waltz around and let those tassels dance.
You recall in Chandler's last bout, as telecast here on NBC, Chandler also started out very, very slowly and ended up with a 6th-round knockout of Johnny Connor. That was back in March in Philadelphia. So he's had a 6.5-month layoff. In fact, he says that's why he had trouble making the weight.
I think that's true. He is an active man. He's one of those kind of guys that likes to fight often. Unfortunately and disastrously for that weight, bantamweight, it's hard to find work. Then the world body made him fight a mandatory here. I think we'll see a much more active Jeff Chandler this year because people are starting to understand that these lightweights have great fights, and these lighter weights. Jeff Chandler is certainly one of the top champions in the country, in the world right now.
In fact, he is America's first bantamweight champion since 1950. And Iriate going to the body, and Chandler has not been on the attack.
Chandler must really like to get started later and likes to feel out what the other guy has got. Right now, Iriate took the first round. He's on the way of taking the second one here. His body attack. Look at the guy work.
Iriarte's last bout was March 20th, 7th-round knockout of George Chavarria in Panama City. And again to the body and then up high, but Chandler just standing there.
A lot of low blows in there, but he's working away. Look at that. Look at these low blows. No warning from the referee. Jeff does have his pants way up high. Look at that. All of those are low. Not the ones that are right under that satin belt line. Of course, he wears an enormous protective cup. You can see where the outline of it through his trunks. And you know they are not doing damage.
All right, break. And the referee, Joe Cortez, breaking the fighters under 30 seconds left in the second round. Chandler got the right hand in.
Another good active round for Miguel Iriate. I'll say one thing for south of the border fighters. They come in with a certain degree of toughness that's gotten through those real wars. Ooh.
So that'll do it for round 2.
No repairs.
And here's Jeff Chandler coming out for round 3, defending his WBA bantamweight title against the challenger Miguel Iriate of Panama. Chandler comes in at 28-0, 2 draws, 15 by knockout. Jeff, a movement fighter, good hand speed, power in both hands, but we have seen very little of it these opening rounds.
So far, the only thing that's been impressive about Jeff Chandler are those tassels on his shoes. He has not done anything of note in the first 2 rounds except take a body beating by Iriate. Now he's come out a little bit different. There are those repeated low blows. Chandler bending over.
And Iriate getting in with the combination.
See that little warning? Hey, say something to him, he said. Keep getting hit underneath.
Iriate 14-1, 1 draw, 11 by knockout. And Chandler, you get the idea now, looking to become active in this 3rd round.
And getting hit for his efforts. Iriate is landing 2 or 3 punches to 1. Chandler's trying to get started, but that smothering attack of Iriate is taking it away from him.
What does the fight doctor's scorecard have to this point?
Well, it's a blowout for Iriate. He is 20-18, 2 rounds to nothing. But let us hasten to add, that is Jeff Chandler's way of fighting. He just doesn't get started till the 3rd, 4th, 5th round.
Uppercut by Chandler, followed by the left hand, and now using the jab.
Look at the difference in his facial expression. All of a sudden, he's starting to concentrate. Before, he was sort of, his mind was off on Market Street someplace. And now, all of a sudden, hey, wait a minute, I got to start fighting here. Let me show this chump something.
Oh, left hand by Chandler.
Great hook by Chandler. He's starting to get that jab in there. Right at the end of the second round, he got a very stiff jab. He got butted. Chandler got butted. He warned the referee again. Twice he's talked to the referee this round. Cortez acting as if letting them fight.
And Jolton Jeff getting down to serious business finally in this third round. Chandler said before the bout that he is not taking Iriate lightly. The bout that he wants, though, is a matchup with the WBC bantamweight champion Lupi Pintor.